You ain't never heard it like this. Hey, yeah, it's time to get lit. Hey, time to get your its on, sis. Hey, yeah. Woo. It's about to go down like right now. She got beauty, she got inspiration, she got marriage, she got lifestyle like officially to car. Yeah, officially to car. Hey, better tap in. Yeah, hey, don't nobody go hard. Yeah, this every Thursday and Sunday. You better tune in, you better tap in. Yeah, you don't wanna miss what she gon' say. Like, let go.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, officially Takara, back again for another video. What's up? How y'all been doing since, what's today, Thursday? Sunday. Y'all been doing good? Me too. So, little different look today, but it's gonna be a lot of look, which you guys are going to see. Didn't really feel like the whole little makeup thing this morning. Got a new wig on, but didn't really feel like touching it up either. So we got a head on too as well. But you got me. Either you gonna get me how you gonna get me right now, you gonna get me at all, okay? So yeah, I just wasn't feeling this morning to get all this together, but we got a good little message for y'all today. So today we are going to talk about 5 ways I turn my money mindset around. Yes, but firstly, before we get into this, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Go subscribe. Go turn on your post notifications and go follow me everywhere on social media. If this is your millionth time coming back, I don't have that many videos, so probably you're not the first time, we'll say that way. Thank you. Welcome back. You make sure you turn on your subscribe. Well, turn on your post notifications and you subscribe too. Period. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. This is something that I definitely want to get into because I want to talk about the mistakes that I've made. Especially just it's finances and just budget and everything just really kind of been in my spirit lately, especially since the pandemic and everything happened. So it's something I just kind of want to talk about, ways that I did. I paid my car off recently, early, 7 months early. And it just felt so good. It felt so good because I was paying like $460 a month. That is gone. And it's just like, hey, I made up in my mind that I wanted me and my husband to start our debt-free journey. Yes. So let's get into number 1. Okay, number 1, I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. And let me tell you something. This is going to sound crazy. So me and my husband, we've been married for 6 years, been together since I was 19, been together forever. So coming out of college, we were making great money, like really great money, like great money. And our rent was only like $600 a month, something very cheap. So we lived like way below our means. We loved to travel. We had a good time. We loved concerts. We did everything we wanted to do. But here's the thing. We were probably bringing in, and I'm not kidding you, with all of our side hustles that we had, because I coached too as well, coached AAU. With all of our side hustles, we were probably making a decent living. We didn't have any debt at the time, because like no debt at the time. I had a car, that was it. We were probably bringing in at least $5,500 a month, and all of our bills might have been like $1,000. We'll say I ain't gonna beat it. It was probably like $1,300. We'll say $1,500 on the high end. We'll say that, and I know it wasn't that much. But so we were just had bad money management. We were making so much money, had all this money left over, but we were still living paycheck to paycheck because we were just didn't have a budget in order. We were just spending. We didn't care. We were eating out every night, going out every night of the week. It's going to sound crazy. We were young. We had to make bad choices. But so just had to really kind of get out of that mindset. So my husband, we did that for years. And it was just like, oh, who cares? Like, we got more money coming. Just spend it, whatever. Like, turn up. Like, YOLO. All that, which was stupid. Didn't really have any money background as far as saving, wasn't really educated on saving, didn't really have any desire to save. we didn't really have any goals. Like, we didn't have any money goals. We didn't, at the time, we didn't really want to buy a house. We were young. We were just literally living in the moment. And that's really why a lot of the choices that we made were bad, because legit just living in the moment. Didn't have any money goals. So we had lived that way for probably the first 3 years of our marriage. Yeah, like the 3 years of our marriage. Then we had a drastic life change. My husband had a really, really great job, like had a bomb job, was making great money, had a bomb job. He had gotten laid off from his job. At the time, we had some savings. We did have some savings, but we didn't have the whole 3 to 6 months worth of savings like you should do. Like I'm educated know to have now for emergencies. We didn't have that, but we had some savings, but we didn't have enough. Our family had to help us out. And that was really like the last straw for me. Like we struggled so much. Also too, a little bit about my background. I was an only child, so I was used to having every single thing that I wanted. I didn't understand no, never really heard no. I was only child for years. My daddy got grown and decided he wanted to have other kids later after I was like 13, 14, but nevertheless, one thing I hated doing, we hated asking other people for money. Hated it, especially when you grown. Like we hated it because I feel like when you do that, you give people the option to have opinions on your life and how you spend your money, which if you're asking for them, they should probably ask questions. So I'm not really doubting them for that, but that's something that we hated doing. We never wanted to do. Him losing his job the way that it definitely turned into that. So then I was just like, hey, we struggled so much with understanding we had a change, that we couldn't do the same things. We couldn't eat out the same restaurants. Like we had to learn to adjust. And it was something we weren't prepared for. We was just like, what do we do? So I started reading up on books. I just started really getting in tune with budget and was just telling myself, hey, something's got to change. So number one leads to number two. So I started just getting on a budget. I did a budget that worked for us. Really, he's a bigger spender than me. I am the saver. I can save. He's the spender. He's the one I got to watch. So what worked for us, we do weekly budgets. So we do weekly budgets. You get, and this is a lot of money, but, and this is what I have to say about finance too. You have to know yourself. Like, it's a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint, when it comes to taking over your money, taking full control, and just knowing yourself and knowing what works for you. Like, don't start drastically. I think that was the problem when I've tried to get our money in order before, like starting drastically, not inching, getting myself there. So right now we start out with a $100 budget a week, which really still seems like a lot of money. I'll be honest. So I buy a lot of, as you know, I'm a record collector. So that's really where my money goes. Because I do work from home, clearly, but that's where my money goes. I don't really spend a whole lot in gas now with the pandemic. I'm getting like 30 days to a gallon. Well, he is. Well, me personally, 30 days to a gallon. He still goes to work or whatever. $100 a week works for us. That's what I had to kind of start out with. I would love to get to like $50 a week. But let me tell you something. My husband, y'all, he the little boy who you got to give him $10 when he walks outside and be like, this is it. Don't spend it. I'll pay you if you don't spend this $10, because money just burns a hole in his pocket. But, I would say that's his business, but it's our business because it's our money. But just make sure you guys just communicate, especially if you're married, if you're in the same household with somebody, have some type of organization, do what works for you. Like the weekly budget thing works for us. That's what we do. It's been going well. We're going to stick to it. I would love to cut back. Hopefully when we master the $100 a week, really master it. Because sometimes it's a little struggle. I ain't going to lie. We might, we go a little, what I'm saying? We struggle. But just really trying to master that. And then I'm going to work my way to $50. Don't set yourself up for failure, especially when it comes to money. Like, know yourself. Also, too, when it comes to like budgeting, there's certain things if you know that you're not going to give up. For an example, we love to smoke hookah. We're probably never going to stop smoking hookah. So boom, guess what? we have a hookah budget. So we were spending $250 a month on just hookah. And probably more than that before the pandemic, because we were going to like the hookah spot like every day, at least 3-4 nights a week. So know yourself. If you know it's something that you're going to do, have a budget for it. Just put it in the budget. That's what we do now. Now we have a hookah budget. My vinyl collecting, I know I'm going to buy records. I'm not at a place in my life where I want to sacrifice my record buying. So, boom, got a record budget. So just try to stay to that budget that you do for yourself. Like I said, know yourself, know what you're going to buy. Be realistic when it comes to your money goals, period. And just have goals. That's the problem with us. We didn't have any goals at all. And something I recently bought for our budget, I recently bought this planner by CLEVERFOX I got off Amazon. So when I was doing my budget in a calendar, well, our budget in the calendar, I organize mine this way. So I line up our income, line up, what's coming in, what's getting paid out, like what we're getting. I organize our bills by dates due. So I start from, we're in September. I start from September 1st. Then I work all the way down to the 31st. Then I line them up by days they're due. And then I line them up by when we're going to pay them on a paycheck. By which paycheck. So, which I'll get to my next point here in a minute, number 3, when I tie that in too as well. So, I just line them up that way. But when I was doing my budget, when I was checking off everything that I've already paid, I thought to myself, I wish I had a sticker that said paid on it. Me, I'm a Virgo, y'all. Shout out to Virgo season. We still here. I love organization. I love color. I'm a perfectionist. I love to color coordinate things. It just warms my heart. I love stationery. I love it. I love stationery. So I was like, boom, let me go on Amazon. Bet Amazon probably got something that I'm looking for. And I'd be dang if I ain't find it. So I got this one. It's really cool. I'll show it to you guys. It has like a little monthly review on there. It's got all kind of cute little things. And I just got this too, by the way. I've written in it, but I don't know y'all like that to really just show y'all all my stuff yet. Maybe we'll grow to that point. I'm sure we will, but I don't know y'all like that. It has like a little expense tracker in here. It has this too as well. It has like one thing I do love about this, I love the fact that it doesn't have dates in it, so you can write your own dates in so you can use it anytime. Because right now we're at the end of 2020, so it's just like, oh my God, I don't want to buy a planner right now because, the year is almost over. I don't know. So that's one thing I do love. I love the fact that it allows me to write in the dates and the months. So has this here. I love the little calendar thing. That's where I put my little stickers where it says paid. I put my little numbers in. Then here's the little monthly budget format. Love that. And then so here is here's the little stickers, and you're gonna see that I've used some. Let me get these together for you guys. Here's some little stickers that it comes with. And one thing I do love about it, so you can like buy your own little stickers too. Like if you need extra, I'm extra, so I need extra stickers. I don't like the fact that the extra stickers do cost like $12. That ain't cool because the planner was actually $20. Stickers costing $12, I don't understand, okay? But so something else I do love, because I'll be honest, when I first got this, I was kind of overwhelmed. I was just like, how the hell do you use this? Like, it's just so much. I was overwhelmed. It was just all these pages. But one thing about the company, they did send me like a little study guide thing for it, like a little guide to show me how to use it. And also too, the planner comes with like a little guide showing you how to use it. So I did love that. And it's got like stuff like my strategy in it, like ideas and notes. It has like for you to write down your financial goals. Like I just ate that up. So here, I'll show you guys this too as well, where I did use the stickers that says my financial goals. In here, you see where I have hustle. I have it's okay to be frugal, because it is. I love that. And just don't spend money before you have it. So just little mental stuff, like I love this. It's more for girls. If you're a guy, you may like it, which is totally cool too as well. But it's just totally what I'm into. Like Love this. It's definitely been, I get so excited now. Like before, like budgeting and stuff was like so stressful. It was just like, oh, I gotta budget, I gotta sacrifice, all of that. But this makes budgeting fun. Like I just, baby, I was finna talk y'all's head off. I actually was talking y'all's head off. Like, you had to tell me to stop. Like, when it comes to stuff like this, I love it so much. Like, you have to stop me. I need to be stopped. Carry on. So, I think this is something you guys will enjoy. The link is going to be below where you can actually go buy it from Amazon because the website was actually sold out. So, I got it from Amazon. So, it came like the next day. That's what I love. Gotta love Amazon. Amazon's my favorite. So make sure you guys go get that. Just stick to a plan. Make sure you have goals. If you don't have any goals, like right now we're wanting to buy a house. So that's what really has got me there too as well, for me to just, hey, you know, you're going to take control of your finances. I have actual financial goals. So some people don't have that. And if you don't have any financial goals, I see why you spend so much money and don't know where your money goes because you don't have any goals. How can you have any direction? Well, how can you make change if you don't have any direction? If you don't have an end goal? Feel me? Yeah, we're here. So, number 3. So, one thing I do now, the fact that I have so much control over my money, I know where my money goes, and I actually have money now. Straight up, like, and I don't mean it like that. Not like a lot of money. Don't get it twisted, trust me. But just, I'm not overly spending, and I'm not doing unnecessary things, living beyond my means. I have full control of my money. I am now able, and I love this. It feels so good. Now I'm able to pay my bills ahead of time. Like, I really don't have to wait a payday to pay them. So one thing I do try to do, if I can, but I still kind of make sure we got to give ourselves some little leg room too. I try to pay our bills. At once. So, because it's a better feeling, and it's like a psychological thing. So it's like a no better feeling when I go to, like the other day, Terrell's car payment was due like on the 15th, and the water was due on the 10th. I was just like, dang, I got water and his car coming up. But I was like, and this was like the 4th, mind you, because I'm proud. This is like the 4th. I was just like, I already done paid them. Like, they ain't due. How they do when they paid? You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt so good. Like, just seeing those wins, like, every single month, just for the hard work that I put in. And I take over our finances completely. Because, like I said, I'm the person, the more responsible one in the relationship. Which is okay. Every marriage has their strengths and their weaknesses. And that's fine. You just got to do what works for you guys, too, as well. Sometimes, I know plenty of marriages where the guy is way better than the woman. And that's probably a lot of the cases. But in ours, not the case. So I've just been paying our bills ahead of time. That's really been a game changer, and he loves it too. So it's like with him, you know, he loves the results. I came with him with a plan. Hey, this is what we're going to do. And he listens. And it's like, I'll tell him, he'll be like asking, well, what about this? Is this paid? I'm like, oh, I already paid that. Well, what about this? I already paid that. Well, did you do? I already paid that, sir. Okay. And he's just like, you do a really great job, you know? So, number 4. This is a big one. This is probably the main thing that we did. We sacrificed our wants from our needs. That is key. That's a lot of the problem. You want too much stuff. I know I wanted too much stuff. I know Terrell wanted too much stuff. We wanted too much stuff. So we really had to sacrifice our wants and our needs and pay our bills first. Like, I'm going to be honest. There's so many times where the bills was paid last, the turn up was first. How many of y'all, whose testimony was that? The turn up was first, the bills was last. I'm just being honest, being transparent with you. So you really got to learn to tell yourself no. Needs are your car payment. Like I said, the turn up was probably coming before the car payment. Needs are groceries. The turn up was probably coming before the groceries. Just being transparent, speaking my life. That's just my testimony. So just understanding just stuff you wants and your needs. Even make a list. Make a list of, you know, your priorities, just your needs and your wants. You know, I had to legit do that. I need this. I want this. Like certain things you can't be cheap with. I understand that, like, but even so, I don't believe in going cheap on certain things. Like, you know, even just at the grocery store, buying great value versus, you know, the actual brand. Besides, like, ketchup, cheese, certain foods, I can't go cheap on. It don't sit well with my spirit. So things like that, you just know yourself. Like I said, know yourself. Just, you know the difference between your wants and your needs, and you just really gotta just get it up here. It's a mindset thing, like straight up. Like, I try to do once a week, eating out once a week, because baby, we don't eat out for $15 together, baby. We eat out for $50. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most. Lastly, number 5. I had to reevaluate my priorities and my goals. Now, I'm sure I ain't the only one whose priorities was all the way effed up, because mine most certainly were. We was going out every single weekend, and we were spending like $200 in a bar. Like, you would have thought we were celebrities, sis. Like, it was just a mess. We would do stuff like that, and it's just like, but do you have $200 in your savings account? And at the time, we probably didn't. That was when we was living paycheck to paycheck. Like I said, right now we have a goal. Just make sure you have a goal in your mind of what you want to do. We have a goal we want our savings to be like. We went through, with Terrell, we went through 2 job losses in 1 year. Seriously. So I was just like, hey, we're going to make sure we prepared, okay? Never happening again. So just for me, that's just my testimony, kind of why I've make sure I have more, just because of what's happened for us in the past. But like I said, just like live beyond your means, especially in the world of social media. Like, we're always feeling like we gotta have this. And being disciplined, being obedient, not falling for the little traps, you know, not seeing people have something on social media and feeling like you have to have it. Besides something that's investing in yourself, I'm all for investments like this budget planner. Certain things that's gonna invest in yourself, I'm all for you spending money if you can. I think the pandemic really should have been a wake-up call for everyone to have finances in order, because you really never know what could happen. And I never lived life like that. I never lived life worrying or, you know, worried about money. You know, I never lived that way, because I'll be honest, growing up, you know, my parents gave me every single thing that I wanted. I didn't understand sacrifice. You know, with me going through the job losses with my husband and me going through this pandemic, just seeing what other people have lost and stuff like that. I'm really big on paying tithes into church. I pay my tithes faithfully. Tithes are on auto pay. Tithes get paid first. Like, but one thing, it's made a difference in our money too as well. I feel like when I pay my tithes consistently, I have money consistently. That's something that I'm really, really big on. So that comes with my priorities too. My priorities is to give the Lord his money first. It's been a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like that stuff does matter. Even if you're bad with your money now, just focus. Like, get goals in mind. Stick to your goals. Stick to your plan. Sacrifice. I switch, you know, the little Geico commercial. I saved $300 by switching to Geico. I saved I think it was, man, I saved $76 a month by switching to coffee at my house. I was going to Starbucks every single morning, and that stuff adds up. Just little stuff like that. Know yourself, just kind of inch your way there. Like, it takes time, but it's all here. You have to make up your mind that you want to do it. You have to make up your mind that you want to have full control over your finances, because it's something you really got to get in order. I ask myself, you know, before I do buy stuff, does it line up for what I want to do? Am I going to be financially hurt if I make this choice to buy this? Sure. Something else too, I'm going to be honest with y'all. So we also do live with my husband's parents for the time being, because we are saving to get us a house. That's a sacrifice that we made too as well. We could easily go out and get an apartment, but just saving that money, like, I'm gonna be honest too. I'm just go ahead and put it out there. Caucasian people do it all the time. They'll move in with their parents quick for some years to save some money up, and then boom, they got these bomb houses. Like, oh, we put $50,000 down because we stayed with my parents rent free for 2 years. Like, people do that all the time. So don't be ashamed. You know what I'm saying? Making those certain choices, what's better for you. So like last week, all them dang Mariah Carey vinyls came out. If you see my previous video, when I showed y'all my vinyl record collection, all those records came out, y'all, the whole discography. I went crazy. I was just like, oh my God. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, I went over my monthly budget, but I was like, I didn't get down on myself. I didn't really trip over it. I was just like, dang, like, Takara, you got to be better next time. You can't make that decision so quickly. Impulse buying. Give yourself time period. Give yourself a 2-day rule. It's still going to, especially if it's something that's still going to be there. Now, just give yourself that 2-day rule and be like, hey, I got to give myself 2 days to think about this. Dave Ramsey says that all the time too as well. I don't know what his is particularly, but he talks about impulse buying. You know, being patient saves you a lot of money too as well. And that's something that I had to change. You just had to grow up. This is what the planner looks like. It comes in all different colors. We're in this together, y'all. If you have any other questions about, you know, what I've done, any more changes that I've made or anything more specific, just put it below in the comments. Kind of tell me if you want more videos like this or want a particular video like this too as well. Put it in the comments too as well. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining me once again. Still working on the ums. Still working on that. Go subscribe. Go tell your friends. Go share. Get your life in order. Get your ish together. Get your budget together. Get all that. Get your life together. Get your life. Thank you guys. Have a good one.